Hey there, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. I just, it's Monday morning. I just came back from, if you recall, this was the big weekend. I went to the East Coast to celebrate my eldest nephew graduating from high school. I cannot tell you the depths of emotions and the grieving that I did when I was first diagnosed and when I was bedridden for that year, and really up until it happened. I didn't think I was going to see that kid graduate. So it was beautiful to be there. You know, it's funny, we all know that we're facing death. We all know that none of us are immortal, but you know, we find a way to push that to the side, right? Because otherwise we'd be running down the street screaming. And we arrogantly forget that, you know, when we say next time, you know, let's do that next time. There just might not be a next time, right? When you're diagnosed with stage 4 cancer and told that there really is going to be a limitation on the next times, that's pretty intense. But this month has been so beautiful because, I mean, you remember 6 months ago, we were having conversations. I was at the end of the road, that there wasn't a next step in medical technology. I just had to sit with cancer and wait for it to take me. And somehow the miracle of science, these doctors, my team keep coming up with the next step. And look at me, like my team says, Nicole, we're in gray area with you. We do not know what this is, but yay, right? And you know, to be sick with cancer and thinking that that there are no more next times, and then to be conscious of this disease, this virus, COVID, because unfortunately I'm one of the people that it takes down, right? And so for 3 years we've just been so limited in what we've done, and it's been okay. You know, I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to spend time with my wife and the bits that I do get with family and friends, but my God, this past month I took my nephew, if you remember, a couple of weeks ago, I flew to the East Coast and took him to his first concert. That was beautiful. And then my wife and I just spent 9 days touring around the globe. And that was so beautiful. And then to actually make it to this graduation, and, you know, I talk about for my nephew all the time, but my sister, you know, it's just the two of us, you know, to think that I wouldn't be there for her, that I wouldn't be there with her, and then that I didn't get to celebrate with her. Yeah, I can't even start that conversation. That one gets me. Woo! But this weekend, I was there with, and my body, like, it's so confusing. I still have stage 4 metastatic cancer and I have a very aggressive cancer that they say at any time, at any moment, it could just decide to explode and take over. And I know this disease, I can be this healthy, and within a freaking week, it'll take you off your feet. Like, it's happened. I know. I live with that perpetual terror and fear, but it's this weekend. I just got to celebrate with my family. I don't know, but I got to be the one to drive my youngest nephew and his girlfriend to the beach. I got to be the auntie that like monitored the PDA and did normal things, and you know, like, I got to celebrate with my aunts and uncles and my cousins, and it was just such a Oh. Whew. And then I came home and my poor wife just tested positive for COVID. She picked up COVID on a business trip to Seattle last week. Came home with it. We made it around the world without catching COVID. She's sick. I have never seen her this sick in 20 years. It's intense. It is not a common cold for her. It is really scary. She's very sick. But I always say that we just have to stay alive to keep up the science, right? I say that with my cancer, and I believe it's true with COVID. We knew that this was absolutely statistically going to happen. She had to return to work about 2 months ago. She's part of the world where her job said, we don't care about your circumstances. This is what is required. And so she's been, spending about 8 to 12 hours a week inside of a plane around the country. And she's, like she said, she had meals in Seattle, Madrid, Morocco, Seattle, and she got it's statistically we knew this was going to happen. That's why I decided to travel with her. That's why we decided to take the risk. We knew that this was going to happen, and so we might as well enjoy, and no regrets. I feel so horrible for her though. She feels she's apologizing for bringing COVID into the house. My God. This is exactly what we were talking about. Remember the reason why I said, babe, I feel good and I'm going to travel with you. We're going to take the risk together because you should not take on this stress and this anxiety and this responsibility. Is it still super scary? Obviously, I'm terrified. This virus is supposed to be life-threatening for people like me. Yay! Strangely, I just went for a PCR test. That's I'm just coming out of it, and that's why I'm saying hello, because I'm full of anxious energy. We'll see. I don't have any symptoms. We'll see. But I have a really weird thought. Chemo kills replicating cells, right? That's what its job is. And I had chemo this week, so maybe my chemo will have killed the COVID. And after I finish chemo, I take this shot that gives you 1,000 times your white blood cell count to fight infection. So maybe the chemo and this shot will work in my favor. I don't know. All last night, I just kept thinking, okay, I'm just going to believe in the power of positivity. There's just going to be no way that the world is going to throw this at us, that I'm going to have COVID too. Because if you remember, I have a lung surgery coming up, which they're going to cancel if I have COVID, right? It took me 6 months to get anyone to agree to this surgery because it's super new and no one thinks it's going to be of any benefit. But I got someone to say, yes, let's do it. And now, which again, I knew the risks, but we had to do it. My wife has to, what is she supposed to do? She has to work. Her labor is tied to our health insurance. It's a crazy world we live in America. Imagine that stress and that pressure. Anywho, all last night I was just thinking, no, it's gonna work out. That only she has COVID. We have her quarantined. Maybe I didn't get it, and it's just my time to take care of her. And maybe I won't get it, and then she won't have all of the unnecessary emotions about thinking that she did this, which you can't think that way with, all right. Well, I will let you know the results. Please, no. Or if I do get it, please be asymptomatic and be miraculous and then test negative before my surgery next week. Please don't interfere with this. Oh my God, I have two doctors that are literally engaging and tag teaming, talking about the possibility. 6 months ago, I'm like building my coffin, and today they're talking about possibly being able to get the last of the cancer in my lungs, knowing it will come back, knowing that this eventually is going to get me, but maybe they get it, and maybe I go out of treatment for 3 to 6 months. You see, this is what's always going through my mind, and now COVID of all things could take it away. Okay, it's fine. It's gonna be fine. I have no information. There's no new information today than I had last night, than I had, until I get that test result back. So, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go get some popsicles for my wife, because the poor thing is coughing up an esophagus. Ooh. All right, I'll let you know. I'll check in later.